Hey guys, so today I just wanted to talk about Kaiji a little bit. It's one of my favorite anime and manga in general. I definitely put it like in my top five. If you don't know what Kaiji is, it's a gambling manga from the 1990s, I believe 1997, and then I think the anime came out in like 2007. So it's a fairly older series. Um, it's a gambling anime where a guy named Kaiji goes into severe debt trying to pay off his friend's debt, and he just gets wrapped into these like extreme gambling scenarios where he has to like try to pay down his debt, whatever it takes. Usually these involve life or death gambling games. Like the first one, like you can see on the cover of this volume, and this one art was modified rock paper scissors, which doesn't sound very exciting, but honestly, they made it really interesting with the way they do it, because a lot of the way that the gambling works in this series is not necessarily about like winning the game itself, but like trying to manipulate the rules in order to cheat and win. Each arc has a different gambling type. Like the first one is rock paper scissors. The second one is kind of like a horse race, but instead of horses, it's actually people, and Kaiji is one of the horses, like Uma Musume. No, not really. But that's also a life or death game. It just keeps getting more and more extreme as it goes on. So there are two seasons of Kaiji that came out like in 2007, I think 2009, if I remember correctly. Um, the manga is still ongoing to this day. This is still an ongoing series, but the anime is not. The anime never got a third season, and that makes me so mad. I wish this got a third season because it's so good. I love Kaiji as a character. He's one of my favorite of all time. I love just rooting for him because he's a complete underdog, but he's also good at what he does. And he's not, it's not like one of those gambling anime where like the protagonist always wins through like some sort of like bullshit. He loses a lot. Kaiji is like he's constantly losing. When he does win, he's still losing. He cannot catch a break. I think there's only like one arc later on where he actually makes like a positive towards his like gambling debts and like is no longer in the negative. I don't even think that lasts for long. He's always in just a terrible situation, just trying to dig himself out of that hole. Um, I've only read these two volumes in English, like officially. There are five volumes currently released. A sixth volume, I believe, is coming out in, I believe, April. It's hard to tell because they keep delaying. It's been delayed like three or four times. They're really terrible with their release schedule. Um, but it's really slow to release. So what I've been doing is I've been reading like a fan translation, which aren't always great, but the Kaiji one's all right. Um, I'm getting pretty far on that. I plan on getting the other volumes. I only have one and two so far, but I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. There is actually a season three of Kaiji. That's right. You can watch season three of Kaiji. It's like 9 or so minutes long on YouTube. Now you might be asking, wait, how do you have a 9 minute season of like of an anime? Because season one and two, they're both like I think 24 episodes, something like that. It's a decently long anime. Kaiji is a gambling series, so it makes sense to turn Kaiji into a gambling machine, and that machine is pachinko. That's right, you have to sell your soul and play a pachinko game to finish the Kaiji anime to watch season three. Because it is like mostly animated for the most part. Like when I say most, I mean it's a few handful of scenes from the manga. Um, but you can only watch it either on the pachinko machine or on YouTube. And we're never gonna get more of it. There will never be an actual season three of Kaiji. I'm pretty sure. At least that's what I feel like, and that's for a couple reasons. Kaiji isn't extremely popular, like in the West. Um, the art style as well You can kind of tell it's kind of weird. A lot of people are kind of like turned off by the art style. It's not for everyone. It has like a lot of really triangular like noses and chins and stuff. Not everyone likes it. It is what it is. I personally like it. I like it a lot. Um, Another big reason is because after season two, the music for Kaiji is really well done. I really like the soundtrack for it, but the guy who made the music got arrested on some sort of charge, and after that, no more Kaiji. So I don't know if he's still in prison. I can't remember, but we don't have the guy who made the music. It's not likely to get like a season three just because of it's not a super popular gaming anime. Um, what I would personally like more than like a season three at this point, because it, mind you, this came out in 2007 for the anime. I would like to see like a reboot, because I do think a reboot of Kaiji would do really well. Because this isn't talked about a lot, but Kaiji is actually one of the series that inspired like series like Squid Game, and Squid Game was insanely popular when it came out. I honestly do think it could pop off. Not, I don't think it would pop off to like as much as Squid Game did. I think that'd be impossible for it, but I think it could pop off definitely, like in that sort of like sphere. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like Kaiji? Let me know.